Hey, how you doing? I think I'm over my heat fatigue. I feel better. Cause honey, that heat had me go out. I feel much better today. I'm up ready to do what I need to do. And yeah. So I woke up like this, and I said I'm gonna go ahead and grab the little project I said I was gonna work on, and I think I'm gonna just cut them out right now. And yeah, but anyway, so I said, you know what? I'm gonna just have me a little light breakfast. Just had some oatmeal. Got my coffee on deck. You know how I do. And I get on the TT, and I think the first person I saw was somebody I'm friends with, and they stitched a video, and they was talking about this lady, and she was pregnant, and she was just like having a full-fledged meltdown. Hey, Prana, yeah, I know. But anyway, child, all the pervs be out early, honey. Hey, how y'all doing? And so I'm watching the video, and the lady is basically just like losing it, pregnant, whatever. And I'm just like, this what we doing. I did have sympathy for her. I'm not lying. I had sympathy for her because she had went through something. And hey, Rox, what's up, girl? So did you see the thing on TT where the lady was up there and she done fell out crying about that man that she had them children with? I mean, it was pitiful. It was sad. It was sad, but it was pitiful because I mean, I felt bad for her, but like after you went twice, baby, you signed up for it. You was with it the first time. Anyway, she up there just crying. Girl, you need to see it. She up there crying, boo-hooing. I mean, having a full-fledged meltdown. Now, she's getting views. She's getting views because you already know. Her name, what's her name? Kristen Kelly, if I'm not mistaken. It was a lot of people stitching it or whatever. And I decided, I was like, I'm not going to stitch because, I mean, I felt bad for her because her name is Kristen Kelly, if I'm not mistaken. And I mean, I felt bad for a little bit, but after a while, girl, you signed up for it. So, basically, she already has a child with special needs, and she's like 5 or something like that. And she been with her boyfriend for 7 years, and I don't know use that. And she was just crying in all the pieces because basically, I guess things ended bad with them. And from what I gather, he went on vacation with her friend because she couldn't go because she couldn't get a sitter for her daughter. And I guess he mentioned her friend, and she was just crying, and I guess some other things probably happened for her to have a total meltdown. And he basically took $6,000 to go on his vacation to be with another woman or whatever. And he had some type of past, and she was like, she don't want him to be in trouble, but at the same time, she just don't want him around, whatever, child. I don't know. And then she's just, she's pregnant, and she's going to have another baby, and she's just a shambles, you know. But I'm pretty sure, it's probably momentarily coming in and out. But honey, I just feel like all that is not for the internet. Because one thing she can't do is take that video back. And she got views, honey. Oh yes. I'm pretty sure she got a couple million. And she was just like, I'm so angry. I'm so sad. Oh, you need to see this video. I was just like, girl, if you don't get your ass off here, act like you got some goddamn sense, a little piece of sense or whatever the fuck ain't scrambled up in your belly, and figure out, your next move. Yeah, she'll be alright, but the different type of tears. They cross waves, honey. They go out into the ethers, and you can get anything you want with certain tears. But honey, I was like, all she gotta do is cry some more. And she gonna get. Oh, and then I want to say she created a GoFundMe. I ain't done some type of GoFundMe to help with her daughter, and I'm just floored and confused what the GoFundMe is about. Exactly. Get your ass off the internet. Rocks. I was like, who the fuck? What is wrong with her? Child, I said, you know what? Let me watch the video. So I started the video. I set the phone down, went and got my oatmeal and my coffee. I was like, girl, I watched this in a minute. So I sat there, ate a little bit. Then I said, let me go see what she's talking about. And she was just crying and hollering. I was like, bitch, you signed up 2 times with the same motherfucker. Girl, get your ass on some goddamn wheel. But honey, they got a GoFundMe going on over there. And I don't know what it's for. Maybe I just didn't give a fuck enough to look and read in between the lines. Because honey, I was just like, what are we crying for? Either you gonna be with them or you're not. Like, I didn't hear nothing about no tussling or nothing. I didn't hear that part. So I didn't understand. You know, girl, maybe she just felt like it wouldn't be her. I ain't feel nothing. I didn't. I just I think about it from the perspective of an unborn child, because they take on your emotions and whatever you going through and whatever like that. That's the only thing. But other than that food, I was like, she had like 855,000 likes, just in likes. I was like, bitch, let me go up here and cry. I think I'm gonna do a video crying, Roxy. What you think, girl? That's why, go up there, cry, have your hair on top of your motherfucking head. Um, just cry, snot booger tears, girl. Just get up there and cry. I don't know, you gotta, script it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta script it right. But I was like, bitch, you got. But then again, I don't know. You gonna have to I don't know. Our tears don't be the same, girl. I fuck her. Shit. I said, it's real shit in the word. This bitch up here crying about to ball up in a night by the goddamn man. Bitch, if you don't get your shit together, your crazy ass. But I just found it so crazy this morning. I said, this is the first damn thing I said. Let me get my ass off here. And she up there crying. Then got pregnant again. And oh yeah, so she was like, when she was I don't know, I guess she went and got a restraining order against him. And the people was like, well, who's gonna be there for you or something in the hospital, some shit like that. I guess she wanted to get a restraining order so he couldn't be around that little girl. I was like, this is too much, because I don't understand what the restraining order about. Maybe she didn't tell us everything. But so she She was like, the only person that's gonna be in there is my doula. And she was like, I felt stupid because the only person that's gonna be in there with me is somebody that I'm paying. I was, Lord, y'all pray for your girl, cause I said I ain't got no business laughing at this girl, cause she was serious. You know damn well she won't. Oh no, no, no. You know what? I don't think he was. Oh, I don't. Mm. Cause when I looked at the previous child, mm, no, no. You know I was looking for that too. Cause you know I was really gonna start roasting if that was. I was really gonna say something else, but no, he wasn't. And you know a lot of them creators over there be having that going on too. And honey, I was like, no ma'am, we not going through this today. But anyway, I was looking at my other feed. It was on YT on or YouTube on YouTube, so I can say YouTube. And they, if anybody cares, they say Hunter was found guilty. That's if anybody cares. Moving right along. Um, I don't know what else going on. Oh, I'm making key fobs. So you know what? I don't even have my sample ones in here. I went and stored them. I got the little I had a video from like last week where I did it. Last week I made them, and this is the little, just to put your little key fob on, little wristlet. Yeah, key fob wristlet. The and I'm just basically cutting out the fabric. I went ahead and made me like a little template, so I ain't have to keep cutting the piece over and over again. And this is what I just finished cutting out. Hopefully, yeah, it's good. Yep, and this is the little piece for the interfacing. I'm gonna have to cut that out. But this is a little pattern I made. That way, girl, just trying to make my life a little easier. And I had some other fabrics the last time I did it, but this is, I said I refuse to go buy any more. So what I'm going to use is cut up whatever I have and just make it work. I ordered some of these. They were on Ammo, because I ain't giving them no free promotion. I don't know. I might drop the link because I forgot I do have an affiliate. I forget I am an affiliate. I'll be forgetting all about that. Anyway, these came, I think it was like 40 in a pack. So that's not bad. I already had a lot of this laying around. And then I have a lot of these left over. Girl, yeah, I be trying to mix it up. And this is just some fabric that I already had. And I was like, well, let me go ahead and make some out of some stuff I already have. Because I was not about to go drag my butt to the stove and those. But anyway, I was up here last night and I was talking about the Krishan situation. And Rox, you make me want to hit StreamYard because I know you got something to say. You funny. Let me tell you something. I had a great time. The crazy thing is, Saturday, I was multitasking. I'm gonna say that, and I had to go like I had, if I'm not mistaken, I had my ear thing in, and I really couldn't comment the whole time. But once I got back home, I was able to really comment. So I was just dropping comments and stuff. I listen. And it was funny because when you said your birthday was 9/11, and I typed in the chat, I was like, mine the 10th. I was like, honey, I know my people when I see them. We be cutting up when we want to. But I can't wait. I'm going to be in the building Saturday. I'm going to go ahead and schedule my time block, and I'm going to sit my ass down and I'm going to sip. Because, honey, I felt so out of the loop. Because you was sipping, and I was like, dang, I done missed stole. I done did everything. I done drove past I don't know how many stores to get home. I said, but you know what? I had a good time, and I see I see what you doing, and I see where you going with it. I see it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be amazing. That lady that was up there, she just ain't reading. Ooh, leave me alone. I ain't gonna get into that. Cause I heard her low key say something about Yada go. I was like, what, great? Ain't no children over here. We grown. Ain't nobody going to follow nothing Yada talking about. Mm-hmm. I caught it. Cause when I commented, she got quiet. Mm-hmm. But yeah. I'm trying to think anything else. Oh yeah. So now I had a little bit more time to go look at the Krishan thing. That was her fault because, girl, I'm gonna get into him. Let me finish Krishan right. I'm gonna talk about him. Put a pin in it. Put a pin. Look, put a pin in that. Girl, I got a lot to say about him. Um. So basically, those charges she got probation for. The ones that they brought up and came and got her for, from my understanding, and they're saying that she violated the 4 year probation. Girl, she got arrested, girl. She got arrested. Hmm. She up there going trying to see her baby daddy at court, honey. She ain't even make it in the court. They arrested her ass in the front and clink and walked her in the opposite direction. So from what I read, I seen something saying that she violated when she put them paws on James. That basically to me, I really feel like it was just a simple probation violation. She should have went on in and handled that. Instead, she wanted to sit online, acting like she was above the law, saying that she was not trying to be locked up and away from her child. There's many people that go through that and they don't want to be away from their children. But baby, they knew you was gonna be at that court. Moving right along, uh, Yada. Yada has been on these internet streets and YouTube. I think what happens sometimes, it's like you know how like you look at television shows that have like a good 7 year run or a certain lifespan. That's kind of what happened with him. He was one of those people that when he first came out, he was, trying to be a spiritual teacher or leader or of some sort. Now, I'm not gonna lie. In the beginning, I did see some of the stuff he talked about, but in so many words, he regurgitated the same work, in my opinion, of Dr. Sabi. And I said, okay, if you can go find Sabi's work, he's based. So what ended up happening was he got, a good amount of followers, and he started, selling products and different things or whatever. So say for instance, he was like selling sea moss and different stuff like that. And people was talking about how they wouldn't get the items. He wasn't shipping this and that and all that. Okay, so that's one part of it. Um, he would go around and hold these retreats. Now you got to get some exclusivity in a minute. So, and I got receipts. I don't talk about nothing if I ain't got no screenshots or receipts and nothing saved. Um, so as time went on, he was dating. He was using that popularity to gain in followings. But to me, I really feel like a lot of people like that, they seek out young, impressionable people. They really don't have any guidance. It's kind of like trying to find themselves. You know how that kind of go. Similar to the other guy that got in that mess with all the women. I ain't gonna name him. So, in so many words, he's similar to him, but not quite on that level. I remember when he was up here and he was married. I don't know if he was a house husband or a house father, but he had plenty of time in the world to sit on the internet and talk about whatever he was talking about. I was like, well, damn, do he work? Anyway, so he was married, and something happened with him and his wife. And if I'm not mistaken, she was in the background dropping tea on him. These is old, like this is stuff that this happened years ago. And this is probably like 2016, 20. Don't quote me on the year. It was a minute ago. So he ended up going to be like he moved on some kind of way, whatever, and he started like dating really really younger girls. The one that he's with, as time went on, they were kind of like living in, I guess they was living in a really nice neighborhood because they just continue to have like all kinds of disturbances and the people was coming, and it was a real bad incident that was caught on somebody's doorbell camera of the girl trying to get away from the one that he with now, where they up there fronting and flossing and lying and pandering, because he had to switch his content up if he wanted to still be on these internet streets because so much had already transpired. And so it was. I remember it was a camera on the person's door, and I don't know how the footage got out there. Hey, and so when the footage got out there, basically the girl was pregnant, and she was just saying she was trying to get away from him. He'd have put them, LNRs on her, whatever have you. Now this is the guy that everybody is praising and all. That's why I say you gotta be crazy, not crazy, careful who you praise and who you follow because you really don't know what type of spirit they got on them. Okay, I don't care. Oh, hi, okay. Nice to meet you. You know what? I seen that name and it made me think of the girl that I was just talking about that was with him that was getting the LNRs, and I was like, ain't her? That look like it's close to her name. But anyway, so I guess at some point in time he ended up rebranding himself. Um, I don't know if the stuff is scrubbed. I don't know because again, if you think about it, when people get a certain amount of followers, they remind just like PM. That's a good example. So after a certain amount of time, grown women don't want to be bothered with her. They drop that foolishness and shenanigans. They don't want to hear it no more. And then a whole, it's always like a recycling of people that comes in. So that's how he was able to continue to do the stuff he do. But at some point in time, he went and I guess put on a new face, adapted a whole new mentality about letting your woman do this and that. He I don't even know who that ninja is because that wasn't even the dude that was on the internet, and that show want the man that he got caught doing what he was doing to that girl that he had because she was pregnant by him and she already had her own daughter, so she had moved in with him. Yeah, it was girl, it was a situation, and then he was known to have these retreats, right? And so me being, the curious Virgo I am, I said, let me go over here and see what this retreat is about. Girl, they wouldn't let me in. So what ended up happening was I got this because they was big on Facebook. So I had got these inboxes, right? And when I got to the location, I was late or whatever. I had parked, whatever, try to go, whatever. So I was sitting on this. It was like because it was at a hotel first of all. And if you want to do something that you ain't got no business doing, You always do it in plain sight, and that's what they was doing. It was in Virginia Beach. It was on a busy 4th of July weekend. Everybody was out at the beach. So I'm sitting at the little chair in the little chair area, lounge area, because I had got a message saying that somebody was gonna come down. So I'm sitting there, and it was this man and it was this woman, and they just sat in a chair, uh, facing me, and they was just staring at me. They didn't say nothing. They was just, and I was like, oh, this his people. So I guess they was trying to size me up. Needless to say, I didn't get up there, and it was supposed to be an educational cooking class, but I don't even think that's what it was about. And I'm gonna leave it there, in my opinion. So I never really talked about that online at all because it was just so weird. And so I just chalked it up to him really wishing it was a young girl that was lost and ain't had no sense and he ain't getting one. And yeah, and from there, girl, I never followed that man again. I was like, these people are weird. And so yeah, she had moved her child in with that man, and he was whatever. And, um, it was a whole thing. I think her parents was trying to get her away from him at one point in time, but they just kept on. She kept on living her life. There you go. I'm saying everything with that, but you know what I'm talking about, babe. I can't explain some of the crazy stuff I see in experience, but that was one of them. And I was like, because think about it, they couldn't take me, girl. I would have, girl. All them years of karate would have came out, and they knew I won't be, dumb enough to go wherever they was gonna go because it was just. I was like, how do you have a open class for people, but then you got people coming? It was a man and a woman. I never forget it, and they just stood there and was looking at me, and I went back to his page, and I really felt like they was recruiting. That's what they did. They went to very busy areas, and oh, another thing, I remember when he was giving this advice and doing all this other stuff. I don't know if it had to be his first house. The FDA rated his house. He talked about it because he had put a long thread one time. This was years ago, and I was like, "Well, what you was doing in your house?" Yeah, I ain't that. I ain't that. Back to the drawing board, honey. Back to they knew it, but yeah, I was like, how in the world the FDA come in your house? So I don't even remember what he was selling at that time, but I know he was doing a lot of those teachings. And I really think it was more behind the scenes that he wasn't really, sharing. I think he had a website or whatever at the time. I don't know. It was just a lie, girl. I still. So what he did was again at some point in time he rebranded himself and repackaged himself and his content. And for real, that girl helps him do that because she sees the benefit in it. Um, if nobody else does, because I remember before he really chose her and put her at the forefront, he was one of them dudes to say he had more than one wife. Mm-hmm. So again, back to the young lady. That's why I say I don't know if she knew, because again, if you're new to the app and you're younger and you really don't know, you just see a man, treating his wife well, seeing her in a nice fancy car and all that. Hmm. So that's why I say I don't. Maybe she had never seen it, but honey, I was there up and through his whole era when he first came. He was right here regurgitating everything because everybody basically was doing it. Was a guy that would use the recipes and make it his alkaline meals. That's what it was. He was promoting alkaline living in so many words. That's all he was doing. But you know, people get better at what they do. They're better at hiding what they do in plain sight. A lot of people, they will learn the algorithm, you know, to a T. They know who their following is. Yeah, ain't it? Girl, they terrible. They terrible. They just be outside with it. I'm like, they ain't got no shame. They ain't got no bit of shame in the world. And that's what they do. They get up there. They, hook, line, sinker, whoever they can get to do it. And honey, my ass being silly and driving over there being in them folk business, honey. Yes, I did, child. I ain't gonna do it no more. But I can tell the story. That's all that matters. Cause they better keep their tail away from them people. That's how old boy ended up fighting for his life. Yeah. See, yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't want them bumping their head. We got to teach them so they don't, say you try to help people so they don't have to go through the same stuff. But some people just want to do it. And I'm pretty sure that young lady should be out telling her story eventually, because it's no money in the world. Maybe she, I don't know. Maybe she like him at this point. She just, I don't know. But she kept her ass there, and whatever happened, that's what happened. But I would never advise nobody to be a part of none of that. That's just crazy to me. But just like the young ladies that tell their story about that other dude, they are horrible and egregious. And it's just sad to think of, what happens. A lot of times you have to sit there with yourself and find out what the hell wrong with you for you to allow it to happen. And start forgiving yourself. Like, it's no way in the world I would let no man humiliate me like that. And they was filming, child. They was making money doing all money ain't good money. All money ain't good money. That's all I got to say about that. Moving along. That was a long topic, honey. But I'm gonna tell you something. I did not sit and listen. I let me tell you something. I love me a good trial. I'm gonna tell you why. Because I love to gather information and see how they prosecute their cases, and see, I like to see both sides. Because, just in case somebody I know go through something, I like to help them out and, give them what I learned. So I never really sat and watched this trial that's been going on in Atlanta for I don't even know how long. I don't I'm glad I never got caught up into it, because it's been going on for so long. People, I don't know. I'm gonna tell you what it reminds me of. It reminds me of 2020, and the winds just slammed my door. It reminds me of 2020 when Robert Durst was on trial. They had that man up on trial until they shut the building down. I'll never forget it. Then they wheeled him back out there when they opened the courts back up, and had him there for months until they, went on with the verdict, and he went on to hell. And that's kind of what it reminds me of. It's just a long distraction. I don't know why people. I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't live in Fulton County. That's what I do know. Because between the court systems and they had that big education scandal where they was all the teachers and different administrators got caught up in changing test scores and things of that nature. That was some years ago. No. And all that happened like right after I left Georgia. Yeah, because I lived there for a little while. Now, baby, get somebody else to do it. They got some nice wholesale places, but to live, it's saying Mike's what internet. Yeah, I like that name. Child, trolls are welcome as well. I don't get upset or nothing like that. And, you get extra vulgar, then you gotta go. That's the only. I love a good troll every now and then. Troll make the world go round. And yeah. I'm trying to think, is there any other news? I feel like the people at church with the announcements. Any other news? I can't think of enough. But anyway, oh yeah, so I done sat here and did this. So I cut out the big piece and then my interfacing. I'm gonna clip these together. How y'all doing? Good morning. Good. Well, it's afternoon here now. You might be in a different part of the world, but welcome. And then I generally just fold this in like this. I need to go press it with the iron. And then the same thing over here. And then I fold it one more time like this. But I do have a live that I did last week, if I'm not mistaken. I did a live of me sewing them. I showed a little bit of the construction, but yeah, I keep my hands busy because, honey, if you don't keep your hands busy and your mind busy and occupied, honey, I don't know what people gonna do. I don't know what they gonna do. But what else I about to talk about? I'm glad today it cooled off a little bit. It's cool enough. I actually still have my window open and I don't have my air on yet. So I'm very thankful. Amen. Cause the way that heat whooped my butt last week, all I could like I literally had to recuperate for a day or two afterwards. It was too early. So I don't know what I'm gonna do in July and August. I don't know. But I spent a little, time up here, just talking once or twice a day. Um, I'm doing good. How you doing? Is that Canaan? You know what, Rocks? It's like the crazy thing is I had these down when the spring came. I took all that down. What? You must be in the Midwest. I had to I took this down because I was like when the winter was gone and the spring came, honey, I was like, yes, I need all the sun I can get. And girl, when that heat hit, I put them curtains up so fast because I was gonna change them. It's cold where you at too, child. Listen, it was so bad that I didn't know. I really felt like I was flashing or something. Oh, Mike, you hot. I know you hot. You say it's cold in California. Where you at in California? You must be in Northern California. Listen, I thought it was heat flash. I didn't know what was going on. Humid and hot. See, that's the thing. When it's humid and hot, that's what it was humid and hot. It really, for real, it felt like it was Florida last week in VA. It felt like Florida. And I've been to Florida. I went, it was in December, and it was like 80 degrees. So it was hot. It was a heat wave, and of course, I'm pretty sure some more animals and washed ashore because of how hot it's been. Okay, in South Cali, but by the beach. Okay, I live close to the beach too, and generally, it's cooler closer to the water for us, and then when you go inland, it's generally hotter. But last week it was hot everywhere. It takes much long. Oh yeah, I love when it's you know, at the moment he said he got money for sure. Different parts of Cali, it's 120. But you know what? At 120, that's that desert heat. It's like it's really not humid, right? You know what? I'm gonna tell you when it started getting when it took longer to get dark outside. That's when I really enjoyed it. Honey, let me say something. I opened that daggone curtain. This thing was open like literally. It was nothing here. But last week, honey, I put that damn. I was gonna change them and change the colors. I had already washed it. I was like, let me put this one back up, cause this is what it's gonna be. Cause and it actually helped to keep it cooler in here. But I don't know why I did that to myself, honey. I was like, let me cover this up. So it was like that moving into June. Just imagine what late July, early August is gonna bring. Thank you for subbing, Mike. I like that name. Let me tell you something. It reminds me of when I used to be on this other chat, and they was like discussing the phone calls over there about Ernesto, and the people was in there. They was just coming in with different avatars and different names. It was so funny. Oh yeah, cause that's close to Mexico, right? Honey, listen. I need to say that about mine. You know, everybody experienced a crazy internet provider at some point in time. That was fun. So when I see it, I know. But you know what? In a lot of areas, a lot of kids are out of school too. So just have to look. Hmm. Okay. 1,200 a month, 200 for life. Goodness gracious. Okay. Yeah. It's a few people that I follow on TT, and they talk about their life in Mexico. And I ain't gonna lie, like part of me be ready to just sell everything and just live in Mexico. Just for a slower pace at life. Just I don't know, just to travel. Just the whole thought of being able to travel internationally. Which reminds me, I suppose that I got something I need to work on. I was trying to, well, I've been procrastinating on finishing my teaching certification so I can teach internationally, and that's my fault. But it's a lot of people that's doing it. I really, really wish I would have done it like straight out of school. I wish I would have just went ahead and just, because the world was totally different then. Okay. Yes, rocks. That's it. That's it. Like, that's all I want. That's all I want. Like, peace. If I want a garden, I'm gonna go garden. If I wanna, I just be able to, just take a walk. Yeah, that's all we want. All we want. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it don't have to be a lot. You know what? I remember moving when I moved to Georgia. Hey, Andres from Spain. I remember moving to Doraville, Georgia. It's northeast of Atlanta. And it was the first time in my life I had lived with so many Hispanic families. Oh, okay. And baby, it was like a culture shock for me because um because of the language barrier, especially like, with your neighbors, with the schools, it was a lot. Oh, okay. What's up, Mike? But it was just a lot because it was kind of chaotic for me. It was kind of chaotic. I ain't gonna lie. Like I never forget. It was a lot. I'm just gonna leave it there. And who was Simon? Oh, okay. But the way them men be getting drunk and tussling with their women, I it was. Oh, Simone. We talking about. Oh, okay. But those sound like some really nice areas. That small town. Um, everybody flocked to the cities, and now it's a lot of people that's actually they just looking for a piece of land and just ready to start over and rebuild their lives. Oh, okay. Well, the funny thing is, I I guess you could say it's called textbook Spanish because I studied textbook Spanish all throughout school, and I never really used it because I really never had anybody to speak Spanish with. So it's some stuff that I'm able to talk about, but very little. But I've never seen that. I've never seen that. And you know what? It's slang. They didn't even teach us slang. Right. Thank you. Yeah. I'm just like they didn't teach us no slang, no nothing. And then I started just being on social media and people talking and translating, and they like, what are you saying? So basically, when they was teaching it proper English of Spanish, and that made it even harder. I was like, you know what? Okay. But I would love to go to Mexico to teach English. I would love to do that. Even if I did it for a summer, just to say I did it. I don't have to stay there. I just, I, you know, let me go do my certification. Yeah, I am. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I am. I am a Virgo. I'm a September one. It's called was it TLF? Oh yes, one of a kind, baby. Roxy. Yes, I love me some Roxy. Y'all go show her some love, honey. We gonna be on her live Saturday. I can't wait. Oh, December. Yeah, they are. They are. I had a January one. I got a son that's a January one. Oh, so the certification is TELF, and it's something that you can do. Okay, December 2nd. I had a real good friend that was December 2nd. Um, and they fun. Like you know what the funny thing is, my stepdaddy was one, and my granddaddy was, and they were the true epitome of Papa was a Rolling Stone. But I had a great time with them nonetheless. Um, so the certification basically, it just depends on how you take it. They have a long course that you can go and pay money to go into whatever country you're going to go do it in, like go to Mexico, spend all this money or whatever. And then they have like one you can do like self-paced, which I haven't been doing at all. Um, and it could take like 2 weeks to go ahead and do it, and you can do it. And basically, after you complete it, you can start applying for teaching jobs abroad in any country, as long as you meet their other certification like criteria. Mm. I mean, honestly, even if you didn't want to just leap out there and do it abroad, you can actually apply for some of the. Um, they do have like some places you can do teaching online and tutoring online. So to get your feet wet, doing it internationally, you can do it that way as well. Hmm. I love the internet because I learned all that from one of my TT friends. Yes, she out in Mexico. Hmm. Live her best life, child free. Hmm. But yeah, I'm debating on if I feel like sewing or not. I just I be trying to like spare people, and I can honestly say that is one of the worst things you can do is spare a person that don't deserve to be spared. And you know what? No, I haven't. I haven't. I want to go. I just want to go. I already know what place. I already know what area I want to go. So I've done, my due diligence. I just wouldn't go anywhere. I already know, certain parts you should not pass through and certain areas you should not go. I've heard all of that. Hmm. But to go teach and, I want to go. I feel like this. I feel like if I was to go there, I would rather go there than fly out to anywhere else right now. With that being said, one of the people that I know that went, basically before you know what happened and all that went on 4 years ago, they had to go and they had the choice to go ahead and leave right then, or they weren't gonna be able to leave in the next coming weeks. So no, I take that back. I take that back. They went home for a vacation, like when the kids out of school or whatever. They went home to visit for a vacation, and they ended up not going back because of all of that. So they was actually blessed to be able to be away from all of that going on. So it was like divine intervention, right on time when that vacation occurred, because they would have been stuck over there going through that crazy stuff with them people. And they was real gangster with their citizens, with the restrictions. They was like bringing them food, and like you couldn't do nothing. It was different over there. So luckily she got away from that. But Did she go back? Absolutely not. She ended up going to Mexico instead. I believe that you'll see that in the United States. So I mean, you don't see it as much as you used to, or hear about it as much as you used to. Hell, I was one of the young girls. You couldn't even tell now, huh? I'm saying this to say, if you think their system is crappy, ours is too. Ours is too. You know, they just fund them. They just put money where they want to put it, but the one over here is not. It's not that much better. Um, yeah. So just to have the experience, like just to yeah. Oh, honey, let me tell you something. The more and more I started sitting back and looking, and when they started getting even more bold with it, like I remember it was funny. When you said your birthday was December 2nd, around this time I was friends with real close to my friend, and she said, you know what? There's not going to be any school eventually. And honey, next thing you know, I started, all of this stuff started happening. Like, but the funny thing is, prior to that, I told her in 2019, this is before she got to see what I seen with elementary school system. I took my daughter out in 2019 because I was like, you know what, I'm not going through another school year with another, uh, you know what, person that's there to get a paycheck. I'm gonna leave it there. So we gonna really work on some things. So I did the withdrawal, and at the time, her kids were in middle school, and she was just like, "Oh, I would have left her there." Like she was just saying all this crazy shit to me, and I was like, "You know what? Whatever." Everybody, like a lot of people, they didn't quite understand it. They didn't get it. So I just kept going. I kept going. The first phase is unschooling. So that first year, it's like it's a lot that come with it. Anyway. So she went before she went to go work in the school system, and then she coincidentally ended up in an elementary school system, and she wasn't a teacher. She was a support staff somewhere in the building. And the things that she witnessed, she was like, she had no choice but to come back to me and was like, damn, I see why you did it. But it was like 3 years later. So, you know, you just got to be able to make the decisions for yourself. And that was one of the best decisions I ever made. Um, as time went on, she started to see stuff that was going on in one of her daughter's middle schools. Her other daughter was in high school. So she started to see, wait, I had told her years prior, I said, they ain't teaching shit. And she was like, what do you mean? Like, whatever. Her kids started coming home basically saying, like, why are we going to school? If they was in middle school and high school coming home, like, what are we going for? And I was trying to tell her, but she wouldn't listen to me. She was one of those friends that like to talk more than she listened. You know what? I can't even really say that was something I wanted to do in a period in my life, if that makes sense. So that was something I was real passionate about like over 20 years ago. Now, I could care less if I ever do it again. However, the experience is what I'm looking for. You see what I'm saying? Because even with the experience, you can turn that experience into something else. So say if I went and did it for like a year, And say those people love what I did so much, I could actually create my own separate program. I could still go there and like sub and work for them, but I could still create my own program that I can be my own, entity and make my money where I am in the world. That's how I think about things. So all experiences are great experiences. It just depends on what you decide to do with them. That's how I look at it. But yeah, so it was so crazy during that time. Thank you. Now I'm gonna tell them what they supposed to do, what they don't supposed to do. See, that's another thing that they don't want. That's missing. It's like the entity in itself and really understanding how systems work. I think people would be way better off if they really, really paid attention to what's going on. That was something I talked about previously, but I've actually I remember it was a certain paper that I did one time, and I was able to correlate the two about, hey, how you doing? How they came in and did the segregate, not the segregation, the integration. Now, the integration initially was supposed to be beneficial, right? It provided opportunities. I'm not gonna lie, because like in the early '80s, I was one of the kids that benefited from integration. Like the first, I think I was probably in third grade, was the first time I got I guess you could say out to another neighborhood, right? And honestly, when I was able to do that, I actually did well. I don't do politics, baby. You on the wrong chat. And so I did well. And now, I'm older, I can see the difference in how I done, because when I went to the hood schools, they didn't have the best teachers and you didn't get the best results, if that makes sense. And let me see something. Cause that's not my problem. I'm talking about something else, darling. And so, anyway, we were integrated, and that was the best that I did, right? So as time went on, I don't have time for that's it's certain things you just don't discuss on these people's that we're talking about real life. That's above me, okay? I don't get paid the dollars to battle and do all that. I ain't tussling about none of that anyway. Moving on. So I did see the benefits, right? And as time progressed, they was like, wait a minute, they are really taking these opportunities and they are actually learning, and they're actually going into our schools, and they're actually outscoring our kids, and they're actually progressing. Wait a minute, we just wanted to give them opportunities. We didn't want them to take the ball and run like this. So they had to throw a monkey wrench in the plan. And this is my interpretation, in my opinion only. So what they did around 2011, I gotta go pull the paper up because it's more detail. It was certain laws put in place. Let me just say it like that. So that's when you got the testing. That's when the testing changed. it started to trickle in. No. 2011 was a different one. So prior to that, I want to say at least 2000, because the SOL testing did not count until 2001 in the state that I'm in. And baby, they done had 23 years to sit there and do all types of studies just based on tests. They got quantitative, which is numbers. They got qualitative, because they can sit back and ask um, teachers and administrators, how does this work and how does that work? So with that being said, they have all types of data, and they've been collecting it for years to use it against the people. So that's what the integration gave us. Now, granted, it gave us opportunities at one point in time, and there are a lot of people that I know that are still taking advantage of those opportunities. But to be a corporate mammy, that won't what God had for me. That ain't what He had for me. That wasn't the plan. That wasn't the plan at all. So now you have it to where they've gotten so good at the test. By third grade, they know how many prisons to build. What? So people have been able to collect data for the last 20 years to predict your children's future and how they're going to continue to make money off of them. These are a lot of things that I noticed and seen and witnessed through different systems. So again, yeah, that's I mean it ain't funny, but that's the sick twisted part of, you know, certain things. Like, I even remember, coming up, it was a whole bunch of stuff that I learned in school that I didn't even need to learn. I just finished telling my daughter, I was like, we had to learn how to add fractions, subtract them. I knew that when I was grown, and I didn't go into any type of science career, so I didn't need that information. So again, it's a lot of fluff, honey. Ain't no real life. And hell, Susie can't teach my daughter how to be a black woman. I said it. The more and more people start to wake up and realize that they need our energy to operate. Boom. They do. They do. They do. That's why, like, when I got into certain careers, I couldn't stay. And it was more so integrity, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, how can I sit there and watch you do this? And you playing with these people and playing in their face, and you playing in my face. The only difference is you giving me a check. You want me to work a program that a clinical psychologist told me it's going to fail. But yet and still, she came in and came to work ready every day to watch it sink. I was like, y'all crazy as hell. Y'all get on my. I was like, baby, I gotta go home. I got shit to do. I got other shit to do with my time. Y'all crazy as fuck. Hmm. But part of that school thing I was talking about, it was like one of the studies they showed overwhelmingly how they give children of color IEPs versus their counterparts. The counterparts at least get a 504 plan first. They hand them IEPs out left and right because they want their money. And one thing about an IEP, it's generally harder to get off of one. It will follow you throughout your entire school career, and that's not a horrible thing for some people that really need it, but people that don't, that's not cool. So I started hearing about kids as little as like 3 and 4 before they even got in regular school. They were in like Head Start programs, and I was like, what? With IEPs. It was just crazy. And I remember back in 2009, and that was when my middle son was in elementary school. And I remember reading a study where they talked about 30% of black boys were misdiagnosed, and then it gave the age range. And I was like, damn. So that type of information has always been a part of my life throughout my 20s, 30s, and now I'm 40. And I was able to have access to it and use it when people came against me. Like, some people have to really arm themselves with certain things to be able to fight. Um, I had a old friend that was an educator and said that they had one child actually successfully get off an IEP. And I was like, wow, it was a amazing, I know it had to be an amazing thing to be able to witness and be a part of that. And then you go into, after they finish school, they looking to see how they gonna use their IEP to make money in them programs and group homes and stuff like that. And even when you get into the early adult years, I've seen a lot of more of them than them that actually got the waivers, and their kids, were able to go and get into placement and stuff like that, programs. They got way more resources because they knew how to navigate the system, if that makes sense. It was more people that worked together to put them on, to let them know, oh, well, all you got to do is this. All you got to do is this. Whereas I seen a lot of other young people just suffer, just subpar, compared to their counterparts. And so it's like you have to really sit back and say, well, do you want to be a part of that one? Or do you want to create your own entity and be a person that can, educate people and help them outside of that? Because, honey, get somebody else to do it. Yeah. I've been up here over an hour. Let me get ready to go. It's just so many different moving parts. It really is. It's crazy. But I think the more people um really pay attention to what's going on around them. Like, I come across people, it's a particular lady, she, has a position in the education system. I think she works in administration or something. And she works from home. And I always run into her, every now and then. And she will sit and talk about, like, her son is in a private school they she always talking about, oh, she's looking for teachers. I was like, oh baby, I ain't the one. Thank you. Love you too, brother. Um, I she was like, oh, well, she's hiring. And I'm like, ma'am, did you hear anything that I've said to you? Who about to go be a part of your system? Hey Mo, hey Rob, I don't even know where you left this. So I don't even remember. I was actually about to go. I was talking about how I talked about the education system. Was you here when I was talking about the education system and stuff like that? But and I was talking about just different stuff as far as how all of the tests were being used to, figure out how many prisons they gonna open, yada yada. I just went on talking about how they, you know, about the girl. I done talked so much, honey. I don't remember. I talked about a lot, but what I was just talking about was the lady. She was like, "Oh, my friend is hiring." Oh, you did? Okay. So I started talking about IEPs. I think I talked about the IEPs. Then I talked about how they take the IEP and find a way to use it later and make money off the same young people in programs. So it's like a never ending system. And then I talked about how more black kids are offered IEPs than their counterparts getting a 504 plan and, probably working their way up anyway. And I was talking about how 30% of young black boys were misdiagnosed uh, mental health wise. I think I learned that back in like '09 or something like that. Anyway, and that's how like I really went and found the information. But what I was just talking about was how the girl, she was like, "Oh, my friend is hiring," and I was like, "Oh, I don't want to be a part of that system," and I had to let her down nicely. Now I was looking for possibly a co-op for my daughter to attend, but I'm not really looking for what they offering. But child, I've been up here an hour and 20 minutes. What we talking about? Y'all want y'all what's new? Rox, where you go, girl? Rox got me ready to go get me a Modelo. Like for real, honey. When she had that damn Modelo and was cooking, baby, I was like, I don't even drink beer. The last time I drank beer was with my stepdaddy, and he either had Coronas or Heinekens. But yeah, it's just jacked up, and the more people actually see and examine. Yeah, she had that damn. Yo, I'm telling you. I was like, wait a minute. She was live with him and everything. I was like, I ain't doing nothing with my life, honey. Oh, for real. Yes, you had it when you was well, I did see some food like Sunday. You was cooking. You had that junk cranked up ready. Yes, a nice cold one. I was like, honey, I gotta go catch up, cause I ain't had nothing to drink in a while. I need me a drink. That sound good. I've never had one. Like I've had Coronas, I've had Heineken. I'm not a big beer lover, but I yeah, I don't know. I might have to get me one of them. But I just sat here and got my energy back up because I told you that the heat wore me out last week to where I was in here laid out like you really would have thought some real things went on with me. But now that I got a piece of that back, honey, you gonna drink one for? Oh yes, come on, Mike. Ew, Mike, can it be with the dress, eh? Baby, let me tell you something. I'm about ready to get me one or a bottle of champagne. I like champagne. I really can't I can't drink like I used to. I just can't drink like that. Now I had to utilize my coping skills last night and play me some music late and loud about 12:30. Cause this ninja likes to argue like a woman. Honey, it took everything out of me. Cause I've been working on myself and I've been doing great. I'm still drinking coffee. I need to put it down, give me some water so I can get hydrated just in case I go outside. But yeah, I'm ready to go. I'm exhausted. Well, no, I'm not exhausted. Screw a hater. You know what? I ain't got time for a hater. But this is my problem. If you got an issue with whoever you with, go ahead and do it. But when you live and you have neighbors, at some point in time, your bulb's supposed to come on. Your bulb. You supposed to be able to check the temperature in the building of who you around. And that's kind of what I meant by earlier when I said I need to stop sparing ninjas. Baby, I done pulled up your record. Okay. And baby, I don't mind pulling these clinical signatures out of retirement on your ass about them cheering. Because once at one time, let me tell you something. Women need to choose. Sometimes you gotta choose. That's all I'm gonna say. And baby, I chose me every time. Hmm. And I ain't playing. I ain't playing. And I try to be nice. I try to be patient. You know, I pray about it. You ain't holding me. Why you do them readers like that? Do you do all the readers, or you do you come and read the room and then do disingenuous ones? Like, do you go and troll the ones that you feel like they lying? That's I just want to know because you know what, they be on. No, but for real, wait a minute, wait a minute. I'm gonna tell you this. I don't know who you be trolling. I don't know how disingenuous or how honest they are. This is what I'm gonna say. There are so many gifts that people actually have in this world, and I'm gonna be honest. I do believe some are gifted, but do I believe that the YouTube streets is overpopulated with them? Absolutely, absolutely, I do. However, there are the ones. There are some that actually are legit. I've seen people read them cards down, and I've seen people just sit back and frolic. realistically, cars are just a tool because some people actually have like for real heightened, abilities. Like, you know, that's one of the things people have to be careful with when they have children. Some children will have abilities that can actually save your life. And a lot of people came from a generation where kids were seen and not heard, but some need to be heard. I'm just gonna say it. But yeah, you crazy. You said he trolled. Oh my gosh, not troll them. Do you troll with the same page, or you got other pages you be trolling with? Child, let me tell you something. I cannot. He's supposed to. I ain't want to troll you. Oh my god, I am weak. What is wrong with me? I ain't never laughed so hard. Mike is funny. He said I wanted. I started. He said I normally troll people. I just never knew. I mean, I knew it was a thing. I didn't know it was that much of a big thing with people. Cause I had a guy come in my chat last night, and he was like, I ain't even gonna say what he was saying. He was asking me the color of that thing. So the first comment, I'm looking at it because I'm just talking, and then he said it again, but then he had like a picture of a cat. And I was like, I don't know, you gonna have to ask your daddy. And then he kept on going. Like, he had like comments back to back. I was like, sir. Then he was like, oh, like, it got so bad. So I stopped reading them and I had to look straight at the screen because if not, I would have kept getting, thrown off. And he was like, oh, I bet you got that one. Like, he was. Can you show me? Go ahead, show me. Lord have mercy. I ain't gonna block him because I know you give me an example. But yeah, last night that dude had me rolling. I was like, what the heck? He was like, yeah, you get hot and bothered. I was like, from a chat? Like, I had to stop reading the comments. I just had to stop reading the comments. It was too much for me. It was just too much. I was like, let me get my tail up off here talking and carrying on. This man around here trolling me. I'm nervous. He talking about okay. Ross, you still here, girl? We about to get some trolling 101 going on in here. Oh Lord. Oh Lord, Mike. You see that rocks? He said that's how he troll people. Lord, you would have people ready to fight. For real. Ain't man. I see why people be tussling in the told him he looked familiar rocks. He might be. Mike. I came with y'all. I'm gonna tell you something. When I first came up here, when I first came up here, I used to get mad. Lord, let me tell you something. I used to get crazy comments, and I used to delete them and block them. And I used to be like, "Yo, these people crazy. Like, this is a wicked app. Like, all of the things." Because a lot of people say that, but I had to fall back. I was like, "Cause everybody plays a part on this app." Because like trolls help you get views. Like, I don't even like. I would never. I know I would never get mad. Like, I had a kid came to my page, and some like I could tell it was a kid, and she would go through and she'd be like, "Oh, your friend." Da, da, da. I was like, "What's up, friend?" I'm not. I mean, I'm grown. I know what to say, what not to say, what to talk about, around kids and stuff like that. So she, followed me for a while, whatever like that. But of course, you gotta create boundaries and things of that nature because at the end of the day, you're not grown. Whatever. Everybody got their place. Everybody got their place. I ain't tripping, honey. What did it say, Lord? It said it's being held for review. What the heck was sent? I'm gonna go ahead and show it. You terrible. Oh, they won't even let me show it. Oh, it's up there. I can't with y'all. I added Rocks is a mod. I went on edit you, girl, because I don't even have none. But Mike can stay. Mike is welcome here. Mike is welcome. Yes, girl. He is welcome here anytime. Mike is like a cousin. Because see, the thing is, you have to really talk to people, let them say what they're gonna say. He told me, if I'm not mistaken, thank you. Look, we keep it Mike though. As long as a person is not being now one thing, if you know how a person they can go too far. I like Mike too. Mike funny to me. He alright with me. When Mike told me when his birthday was, I already knew Mike could cut up. I said I had a friend that like we was real close until we weren't close no more. That was a hoot. I said I had a stepdaddy and a granddaddy that was the same sign, and they was Rolling Stones. When I tell you, put the Y in party, that's the one I said I had to go rollers with. Hell. It's bad anytime. I couldn't even see the message. I had to hit the thing, and it said it was being held for view. I was like, what the world he done put up here? Oh, okay. I had to open it up. But you know what? I was watching. Who was I watching? I miss T Pen. T Pen was honestly the one that showed me the value and showed me that troll lives matter. She did. Yes, she did. Because she was like, trolls are welcome here. And when she started talking about, letting people come on and say what they wanted to say and stuff like that, I said, dang, I I gotta respect it. I have to respect it because I really feel like of course, again, making sure you don't cross that line, it's cool. I ain't tripping, but that was you know what I'm saying. You already told me what you do. I had an idea it was pretty bad when you told me. Generally, I troll pages, but he said I felt like God is in the room. Yo, when he said that, I knew he was one hell of a troll, baby. I knew he cut up in the comments. And everybody do what they want to do. They run their page how they want to run it. But it don't bother me. Like with the people that come in that say hi and that political stuff, I ain't getting it. Because it's certain things, it's no different than in your everyday life when you making friends and meeting new people. It's certain things you don't talk about. The last one, I chose started throwing. That's why I said. Oh my God, what is wrong with you, baby? What is wrong? Listen, that's why I would just like when the lady got to talking about that political. I was like, boop, we gotta get them out of here, cause they be done came with their friends and started a whole situation that ain't got nothing to do with me. That ain't my fight, Muffin. That ain't my fight. Why you do that, Mike? Was it a big reader or a small reader? Honey, I can't. Why did you do that? Why? Well, I don't make nothing, baby. I don't make. I'm trying to get my hours. I'm trying to get my hours. hmm So ain't no tea on me. I had to tell it was a young girl that was in my and she was like, "Oh, the whole year. Oh, oh, your daughter read rocks. I'm gonna have to follow her." So do she must don't do privates or nothing like that. She must. I'm gonna tell you something. This is how I know when it comes to that you moving in divine purpose. A lot of the people that read, they they take it serious like a business. Because one thing is when those doors are open for you and it's your purpose, you will never have to get up and work nobody's job. You will never have money will come to you on in your sleep. And I see people that have their card lines, but really give who's giving up? Who's giving up? Is he, you talking about the person he talking about? Baby, I would. But you know what? I notice a lot of people they go ahead and have a website. They have to treat it like a business because if they stay over here and they do it over and over again, they will never make any money. It's people that left here and well not totally left, but they expanded to different platforms. Why she give up? Girl, please. You know what another thing I noticed? Okay, so the people they'll have a little website with trinkets. They'll go with like amethyst and different types of they have their stuff. They take pre-orders for card decks. They'll do like 10-minute readings and I get it. It's not easy. But if that's what she's really gifted in, she can just take it to a whole nother level, and she don't even have to use cards. She could just do her channel message for the day. Everybody got cards. Like, for girl, they writing on them. I was like, girl, just get you a little money and get you a deck. Get your little heat press or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? I've seen a lot of people that actually, they live well from their channels. And then there's some people that struggle. I did notice that it was a lot of people talking about how they were getting shadow banned. They was getting scammed. People was coming in, recreating their cash apps, recreating their pages, trying to reach out to the people under their chats. It is a lot of trolling going on. But he do a different type of trolling. He said the girl was throwing up gang signs. I ain't got time for right. Not the signs. That's why I said let your link to me, girl. She shadow banned because I said she looks like. Wait a minute, how a lady look like Kendall Copeland? You know what? You got me ready to look her up. I cannot with you. Y'all play all day. So are you multitasking when you trolling, or are you just trolling on your day off? Tammy. Mike funny. Mike. Oh, she do. Ah! Wait a minute. Troll. Mike bad as fuck. He at work trolling, bitch. He got all the time. He on the clock trolling. Wait a minute. I done clicked on this lady name in this picture. Mike. Mike. He ain't lied. He ain't motherfucking lied. This lady look like this a lady? Mike, you go you wait. Baby, hold on. I'm about to show her. Man, listen. He told the lady she looked like Kenneth Copeland. Oh my God. Oh. You say if she smoked her lunch and dinner today. Mike. Mike. Her name is Tammy. Tammy. He got it in the comments. Oh my Lord. What is wrong? Mike. Mike. Yo. Oh my God. You know what? Baby, I thought I done seen it all. I promise you. That damn lady do look like him. And I'm here for it. He got all the time today. Listen. See, it is nothing wrong with being able to multitask at the job and do that. Now, that is a job that you can sign me up for if I am able to sit up here and ask Tammy, has she smoked her lunch and dinner today? Yo, this dude's funny as hell. Oh my God. No, he don't. He got the right time. Mike ass out here got people's stomach hurting and shit. remind me of a fence. You know what? Mike. That Mike. You did she block you yet? Is what I want to know. And if she did, how long did it take her? You made another page, then you might. I know you did. It's okay. Wow. Honey, I scrolled and seen the first video and scrolled to the second one. I was like, hold on, this is not no damn woman. Baby, when he started talking about them comments, listen, Mike, Mike, I know you made another page, Mike. Because I know you be living your life. I don't know what that is. What is that? What's that? That's another page on YouTube? Honey, my funny is, child, around here doing the Lord's work. Let me look that up. Let me say something. Everybody got different gifts. And they got they got work to do. Okay, I'm gonna go over here. I think I found it. Yeah, I found it. Is this your page? Who do hair? Baby, I ain't doing nobody hair. But mine and my daughter. And honestly, I'm gonna let my curls roll today. Oh, okay. Well, I had went over there. I'm gonna go check it out later on. Oh, you got me on the damn floor around this joint. Your ass funny as hell. I cannot believe he said, did you smoke? Oh, okay, okay. Okay, that's what's up. I cannot with you. Lord have mercy. You know what? That reminds me of what did I say? Had money. Right. You stupid. Mike terrible. Mike funny. Lord have mercy. Mike did child got me a good laugh. I'm gonna tell you something. One of the guaranteed places I'm gonna laugh is Laquanda Badass. I got that laugh earlier today. Mike gave me the other one. Mike be cutting up some type of terrible. Like them he got me over there ready to go see what Tammy be talking about. It is good for the soul. Not Santa. With the cards, you just ride here causing all kinds of ruckus and chaos. In them people's chat. Santa? So when you ask about Santa, is it around Christmas time or is it just random to find out what you did? Oh, all she got is 3 times a day. Well, you know what? Well, dang, how long she been going live and what she talk about? See, that's why you got me interested in finding out what she talking about. Girl, they just, child, listen. Now I have had, trolls come through, and like I said, long as you being respectful, like that other person, they was trying to make me talk about something I didn't want to talk about. I don't have time for that. So that's what she do. Oh, okay. So she just be up there on that mush mouth stuff. But you know what? Those are the people that get the views, and those are the people that people really like and they flock to. I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. You know, child. I see. Listen, you know what? You know I'm about to go watch Tammy, right? You know I'm about to go watch her. Now I do talk about random stuff, and I'm not gonna lie, because for a long time, let me tell you something. When I started my channel years ago. I just started going live for real, like on a regular basis, and I didn't want to be in front of the camera. What is wrong with you? Yo, yo. Did you create another page? Because I know daggone well them people in the comments be weak when you get listen. Because I looked at her video and she had a lot of views and I was like, well, what does she be talking about? Why you ain't go back? You around here doing the Lord's work and you done left your assignment over there on her page. Cause some shenanigans I'm okay with. Oh dang, she get views. She live now. Let me see what she talking about. I'm gonna cut it. Well, no, I ain't gonna turn it on because I don't want to mess my stuff up. She live now. If anybody cares, she live now. She talking like this. I just seen her. I can't, girl. Listen, y'all going over there and watch her. She live now. Um, I'm not. I guess somebody told you, so she just be live yelling and talking crazy. Listen, it's working for her. I mean, whatever she's doing is working for her because I seen one of the things she had like 4,000 views, and that was just a couple hours ago. And she was up there for like just a few. Let me see. Oh no, that was 9 days ago. Wait a minute. She do look like she live in West Virginia or something. I mean, everybody has their place on the internet. Like, okay, so 4 hours ago, she had 10K. Baby, I need to get up here and scream and carry on. Wait a minute. You know what? He around here. Baby, I be showing all the comments because I be with it. I be just, I ain't right. I just ain't right. I be going ahead and showing it, honey. You all right over here. But, you don't miss it. You know what? I'm going to tell you something. That reminds me of PM. And, you know, it's one thing to listen and talk to somebody and they, you know, teaching you some stuff and then they jump into calling you names and do some stuff you just can't follow. Because after a while, you just be like, okay, are they okay? Because then I got to figure out, am I okay? Because I'm watching and I'm actually listening. Okay? So, I get it. I get it. You don't miss her. He says she smoked glass. Lord have mercy. So, do you think she hit the glass and then go up there? Cause that's what it sounded like. Cause it, you know, a couple hours later, she pop up there, and that's how people do. Like I ain't gonna lie, I love watching Miss Loretta. She be having me rolling. She be having me on the floor. She yeah, she gonna yell every now and then. You know, if y'all done pissed her off. But I ain't coming up here to yell. I see people yell and have meltdowns. I ain't doing that. Oh, she's sober. Ain't God good? Won't he do it? Did you say crackish rocks? you know, you know, he'll deliver you, honey. He'll take you away from that thing that, you know. Yeah, I love Miss Loretta. Miss Loretta, she is a real one, honey. I love her. I love baby when she put them clothes on, she put them clothes on. Okay? She would make some of these young chicks uh look like a fool. Because they around here showing everything and she, you know, she's a voluptuous woman, but she wears some nice clothes. Okay? And I love, like, you know what I'm saying, how she get up there and talk in the morning. She's a beautiful woman. I can tell, you know, it's just a level of wisdom. Miss Loretta. That's her name. Miss no, Loretta Brown, my bad. Loretta Brown. I like her channel. Don't go over there trolling her. Be nice. Now she's really nice. And then she, you know, because somebody was messing with her the other day and she just cut up. I said, well, they came messing with her. They came sending for her. You know, some things you can do and some things you can't do for everybody. And she went on, said what she had to say. But I can't get, girl, I can't be around here living stressed out on, you know, I don't want no blood pressure medication. I don't want that. So, I don't know how people get mad. Because, like, it was somebody that came on my channel. And it was from a short. And they was like, who is this lady up here? Is she related to Auntie Mama? Auntie Mama. I did another short. I was like, bitch, I might be. Like, I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. She might be my cousin. Is she Gullah Geechee? She might be. But, I ain't feel no type of way about that. It was all in fun. In my opinion. Because I was actually showing it was a video of a lady that she had burnt some spaghetti sauce. I don't know how in the world you burn spaghetti sauce. But either way, after that, it was me up there like, girl, where you was at? And I guess they felt some type of way and decided to troll. But I'm going to tell you something. Honestly, I got a short to date. It's probably like 500,000 views. It was a lot of trolls in that one. And I left them there. I left from there. At first, I was some of the stuff I really didn't like, but after a while, I just went through and I just started hearting and liking everything. Like some stuff, I'm not gonna lie. It's been times where I have rebuttal, but it went in, no real tussleization in the situation. But it wasn't even that serious to me. I was like, oh, okay. And trolls made me go viral. Like, he over there. That's why I asked you why you stopped, because you over there doing the lowest work. Because that lady over there, she getting views because he said ain't nothing but trolls. Child, I need to go get over there and start yelling. Girl, my next video, I'm gonna yell, and I'm gonna have my hair sitting on top of my head. Okay. But my coffee almost gone. What time is it? Time is an illusion, because this just be doing what it want to do. It's 2:15 over here. Baby, he said the lady, girl, she be like, she is scary looking. That is a hard looking woman. Wait a minute, ain't Miss Love live right now? Yep. I love Miss Love. I wish my mama would get up here and just talk, cause she'll be cutting up like her too. But I enjoyed y'all. We been up here 2 hours. I ain't did no work, and I'm okay with it. I got to meet some cool people. I got to see my girl Rocks again. I got to, got to meet Mike, the itty internet provider. I got to see what's the other guy name? Is it Canaan? Canaan. So yeah, I'm just I was just up here. I think I'm gonna go ahead and get some sewing done. um, Today is Tuesday. Um, Drink a lot of water. Get you some coconut water in there if you can, if you like it. And I'll see y'all later. I might come back up here later. I might come back tomorrow. But it was nice talking to everybody. I hope y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day.